Welcome to State of Tech. We're going to take a look at Infolio, available for your Mac, PC, iPhone, and iPad. Infolio offers cloud-based visual boards for learning and distributing teams to organize and share a variety of documents, images, notes, web links, tasks, all in one place, and access them from any device and collaborate 24/7. The embedded activity stream and team chat also enable real-time communication. So we're going to start off taking a look at the web app. So here you can see I'm at my dashboard and I can create a new space up in the top left hand corner, and I have a few different templates I can choose from as well. Also, next to my team project, I can create a new folder for all of my different spaces that I'm going to create. Now let's go ahead and jump into a space so we can actually see what it looks like. So I'm just going to click on my topmost space and it's going to open up here in my web browser. So now that I can see this, what I can do is actually come in here and view all of the images, notes, different tasks, everything I've created. And I can even see my customized options in the bottom right hand corner, so I can zoom out and get a general overview. And I can even zoom into 200% and get everything blown up. And what's nice is you see everything resizes dynamically, so my text always looks crisp and my images always look very nice as well. I can drag around my entire space, or I can even choose to drag around individual elements. So I'm going to go ahead and resize to 100%. I can see all my different text headers, I have my images, I have different options, I can interact with any of these checkboxes, and once I double click on an image, it brings that image into full screen mode. I can go to actual size in the top left hand corner, or just fit to screen. I can go through all my images down at the bottom of the page, and so I can see here I'm clicking through each different image, and there's also arrows on the right hand, left hand side of the image that allow me to go forward and backwards. You can also see on the right hand side of each image there is an option to add comments, so I can comment on this image and I can leave replies to people that are there as well. Now here I'm dragging back and forth these images, so this allows me to drag them back and forth each element, not just an image. I'm just showing you how it does work with an image. And if I highlight an image over an image, it kind of creates a document folder here. You can do that with different elements here in the space. I can delete that new document folder and then go ahead and drag my images back to where they were, and then even resize them using this drag tool in the bottom right hand corner of the image preview. Now what's also great is I can add new notes, tasks, anything up at the top of the menu. So here I am adding a new note. I'm just going to go ahead and type in whatever I want, new note. And for this one, I want to switch the color from green to blue, so I'm going to go ahead and type that in a note. You see that my new note was created. I'm going to go ahead and drag it to the bottom left hand corner in my general tab. I'm also going to add a task. In this one, I actually want to start researching different shades of blue. So I'm going to go ahead and type that into my tasks and give this a nice task list. And then it's going to drag it over here to the general tab, so that way I can put it below my new note. And again, I can rearrange these in any way that I want to. There's also options of adding new labels. So you saw those header labels up above. I can go ahead and add in a new section label if I wanted to. There's even the option of adding in a URL, so I can go ahead and paste in or just type in a URL that will take me directly to a web link whenever I click on that. Then I can also upload files. This will allow me to upload files directly from my computer. I can create a new space, so I can actually import quick links to other spaces. And then I can even add other services. So you see OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, Box, Slack even, and then there's even Office 365 and actually OneDrive as well. So tapping the gear next to my space name will allow me to change the background color and also the grid. So now my background has a different grid and as well as a different color. I do have the option of inviting people to join my space, so I can actually get a link and also just invite them to collaborate via email. There's an activity feed as well as a chat feed over in the top right hand corner as well. There is the option of actually locking the dragging of options here in the workspace. So you see as I lock that, I can drag around and I'm not moving any elements. As soon as I unlock it, I can drag around and move the elements on my screen. Now you'll notice in the top left hand corner, whenever I make a change, there is a refresh button over here in the left hand corner next to my actual gear icon. That lets me know that things are syncing. I can highlight the name and rename it, and I can even come back out to the main menu. Now when I'm out here in my main spaces, I can actually rename them, copy them, share them, or delete them. Share them gives me that same share sheet that we saw earlier when I try and invite someone to collaborate. So now that we're here on the iPad, you can see that we have the same basic layout as we did in the web app. Everything is kind of more in a card view here instead of an actual layout that we saw in the web app, but we have all of our same options. Notes, tasks, photos, photo library, files, pasting it from the clipboard. So here I'm adding in a new note, I'm giving my note a title, and then I can even fill in the body of the note. Then down below in the bottom left hand corner, we have some editing options for our text, such as bolding, italicizing, underlining, strike through, and even justifying the text on the screen. Tapping done will save the note. You'll notice it's saved into the top left hand corner by default. Go ahead and tap and hold, and you can drag that note anywhere on the screen. And you'll notice even highlighting over another note while I'm moving the note around, I can create a grouping of notes. So now that we've grouped those notes, let's go ahead and tap the plus button and create a task. I'm going to give my task a title, then I can assign my task, set a due date, and even add more information about the task. So I'm going to go and assign the task to myself, and then I'm going to set a due date of today. Make sure before tapping done that you actually tap on the assignment that you want for the time. I'm going to add in more information, and then I have my text modifications down in the bottom left hand corner. So now tapping on the plus button, let's go ahead and see how it looks to take a photo. So I'm going to tap on take photo. We're going to grant access to the camera, and then we can take a photo directly with our iPad. The same goes for adding in a photo from our photo library. We're going to have to grant access to photos, and then we can see all of the photos in our photo library. What's also great is that we can add files. This is going to allow us to directly upload a file from our iPad, and this uses Apple's File app, and you see all the apps that we have linked up in the left hand side of the screen. These are all apps that are downloaded from the App Store. iCloud Drive will automatically be our default for our regular device. Now up in the top right hand corner we have invite and edit. Edit will allow us to rename or delete the space, and then invite will allow us to invite other collaborators into this actual space. So I can invite new people and even give them a link. In the bottom left hand corner we have our chat for this actual space, so I can see any conversations that have been going on and even start a new one. Coming back out to the main menu, we can see all of our other spaces, and if we tap into one, it's going to load in and give us all of our cards that we saw on the web app as well. We all have all the same basic options in each one of our spaces. In the Conversations tab, we can see any conversations that are happening. And then in our Tasks tab, what I think is really cool is we see my tasks assigned by me, and then all tasks. And what's great is I can even begin ticking off tasks here right inside this view. Now the Profile tab will allow us to edit our profile, change our password, may even manage our subscription, where we can upgrade from the basic to the Pro subscription. We can manage our notifications from the app, and even view the terms of service and privacy policy, and then get help should we need it. So once again, this application is called Infolio. If you like it, get it for your iPhone and iPad in the App Store, and visit infolio.co to access the web app from any one of your Mac or PC computers.